So when we're talking about a dog that is sensitive to touch, typically we're talking about a dog that has fear-based issues, right? And when we have a dog that is fearful, they are not avoiding us to be a jerk or trying to get out of situations. They are actively in their fight or flight mode, right? So if we're talking about the neuroscience behind that, they're in their limbic system. And when you're in your limbic system, you are not actively thinking or coping or making decisions or problem solving, right? So with that, we have to take into account where the dog is at mentally and build from there. When we're talking about a fearful dog, typically what we start with is clicker conditioning. The value of the clicker is a little bit different dog to dog, but when we're talking about a fearful dog, we are using it essentially to force dopamine into their brain so they don't have to feel the way they feel, right? When your dog is in their limbic system, they are being flooded with cortisol, and cortisol is our stress hormone. So when we are forcing that dopamine via the clicker and food, it pulls them out of their limbic system and helps them go back to a state of thinking and problem solving in our cerebral cortex. With that clicker, we can take the time to counter condition what the association is with handling and petting and just day-to-day needs for the dog. So you can do this process without the clicker. We would just want to utilize our verbal marker system to let the dog know when they're doing the right thing, right? So we can get the dog accustomed to being handled by us just by taking it at their pace, going slowly, and building up that relationship with the dog. Things that you're typically looking for when thinking about, is my counter conditioning working? Is my dog becoming more accepting of the touch? Typically what I'm looking for is my dog seeking out affection from me? Are they actively wanting more? So what I will often do with a dog that is a little bit more averse to touch is I will offer a couple seconds of petting and then I will remove my affection. If that dog comes back to me, that's a fairly good indication that that dog is feeling more comfortable and wants to continue receiving that touch. In this process, it's very important that we learn to read our dog's body language so we can further them forward rather than pushing them too far, too fast, and setting them back.